Jackson, Mike Tirico, Joey Sly, set to get this one going. Off we go from Nissan Stadium. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Throwing right away on the game's first play. Off he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds up at the 25-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll let the fullback try to push the punt. And he's going to get up for the 1st down. And mark him up at the 39-yard line.
You know, Mike, in some ways, I liken fullbacks to kind of the modern-day tight end. They're the ones that are willing to do a little of the dirty work on most plays. So every once in a while, it is so good to see them rewarded and have a chance to be the guy who delivers and converts it.
And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Tavondre Sweat there on the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We're back in Music City after this. Third and a yard. On play action, here's Jackson. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it, so not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact the drive keeps going. It's a 1st down. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the ball is out. The Titans have got it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jackson now to throw on first down. With the catch. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Second down. Jackson. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Jackson now on second down. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to Nashville in a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
He'll look underneath for Henry. And this is going to backfire in a big way. Going for it on their own side of midfield, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
He is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that
the gun, here's Ward. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Third and long. Here's Ward. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. On fourth down, the former All-Pro Johnny Hecker out to punt for Tennessee. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. A fair catch taken here, as he come right at the 15-yard line. First down throw for Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Woods. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. On first and 10, Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo. And he takes it. Down to the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
19 Lions.
First down.
Now, first down throw for Ward. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
Well, if you like defensive football, this game's heaven because right now points have become a premium. Someone has to figure out a way to get something going, whether it's a field goal or even just a positive drive and play the field position game. Some offense has to take control of this game here at some point.
Second and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80.
To throw is Ward. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Tennessee. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Tries at the book, up and good. And the Titans extend their advantage to 13-0. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Wow, indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive. Jackson now goes down to his left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Off the play fake, Jackson. He runs with it. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll air it out down the middle. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's...
And he's in! Zay Flowers! Touchdown, Ravens.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And this is no good. The rookie misses the extra point. We'll see if that affects him or the game the rest of the way. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Julius Chestnut to bring it back. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. With 19 Tigers.
On first down. Wolf. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. The The Titans will use the first of their timeouts, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Ward. Rush to his left. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready? Cougar 19.
Now it's Ward. He'll look for Pollard out of that field. Into space at the 45. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
18, right in. 19.
Out of the gun, Ward. They'll get it up for here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They give to Pollard on the option. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Ward. There's Okonkwo open left side. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Dragon 60. Panther 60. Panther 60. Check, 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 check.
Back to throw is Ward. He's got a man here. That's Madden. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Ward going to hold on to it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Titan first down.
On the jump. Here we go. Bronco switch. Bronco. Cowboy it. Go.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. Trying to find someplace to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Ready, ready.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Cougar 19. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough. And now a much more advantageous spot.
Cougar 19. 18. High here.
Ward going to throw on 3rd and 1. Top, left side, it's complete. And he's in. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Tennessee. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers, there's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It can be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Second down, Jackson. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end, Mark Andrews, that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll try to run for it. And he marked out up at the 34-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Jackson, out to his right. He'll run again. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Raven first down. Throwing Jackson. Forced out wide. There he goes again. Jackson, so nimble. He's got the first down and wisely gives himself up at the end. He'll drop to throw. Exiting the pocket right. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Jackson. Open man is Tyron Wallace. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Jackson now to throw on first down. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. Jackson up top again, and he will score. Game on. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. That his second touchdown tonight. On is Luke to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Ravens will cut the deficit to 7. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. Half midfield.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Cougar 19.
They run it straight ahead with Collins. And a good show of force there to get 4 tough yards out of that one.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
HBO, that one is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
It's 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They snap it to Ward. Pass is taken in. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
And that 1st down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. I don't imagine it's victory formation. And we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Out of the gun, they give it to Powell. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Throwing, Ward. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Raquan Smith. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Now, on 2nd and long. Now, Jackson. Headed left, buying time. Now he takes off. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. Here's Henry. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He keeps it himself.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
Henry will get this inside the 20, and nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
Hey, report. No, we changed it.
Jackson looking to throw. On the move left. That is hauled in at the 5. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Now Henry. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
That is incomplete. Give them credit, they were going for the win, but it remains a 1-point deficit. In need of a recovery and a quick field goal, here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
Ready? Liking 18. Panther Street. Panther Street.
The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Hold the ready.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Start. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Now a handoff to Pollard. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. On play action, it's Ward. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. So, it's a win here for the Titans. It all came down to the final seconds. The other guys had the kick to potentially win the game. It does not come to be. And a deep exhale on the sideline. Celebration, too, as they hold on and claim the victory. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Titans winners here in Music City as we say so long from Nashville. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Music City. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, and Nissan Stadium on the shores of the Cumberland River. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olsen and Jason Myers, has us set to get started. Off we go from Nashville. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. To throw right away is Ward. That caught Tony Pollard. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Shotgun snap for Wolf. A defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
This is 3rd and 6.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cowboy 80.
From the gun, here's Ward. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Big Lion.
They're going to go. It's Ward. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's going to pick up a Titans 1st down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down. Out of the gun, Ward. He's got a man here. That's Elegio. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Now it's Ward. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive. They are going for it. It's Wolf. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Throwing to open it up is Darnold. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. and to pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down. And try and run it with Walker. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Seattle.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. From the 24 now, here's second down and 7. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. We're back in Music City after this. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. They've got it second down and 7. Here's Darnold. There's a short one taken in by Barner. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and inches. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he will get into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, here comes Chestnut. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line.
On the set.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Moving to his right. Now he'll run. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Here's Ward. Open right side is a Conquo. From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it with Tony Pollard. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We're back to Nashville in a moment. Here's 1st and 10. to throw is Ward. Now a screen. Here's Collins. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Let's go, let's go. Pack the 60, pack the 79 Broncos.
First and 10 at the
Warriors,
34-yard
gotta
line.
be.
On first down, it's Ward. There's Okonkwo open left side. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
At the 16-yard line.
To throw is Ward. They'll try to set up the screen here. This one to be sniffed out. Thrown up in the backfield.
Dragon 60. Ready.
Ward to throw again. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot
On the jump.
and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6.
60 Bobcat.
Throwing again is Ward. This one brought in by Eilman. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
Play here. Big play. Let's make something happen. Come on. Take it.
Ready up.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready, right?
Ward going to tap this one forward. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
60.
They'll go with the sneak, and he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Go check. Go check. Here we go. Here we go. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Go.
Holler. He will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down. They snap it to Ward. And he's going to be taken down. Couldn't get rid of the football. They turn it over. Stop on 4th and goal.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Outright Smith-Njigba has it. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
And you can see really why this offense has leaned on the ground game. I mean, can't you, Mike? I mean, the passing attack really needs somebody to provide a spark because they have not been able to get anything going here before the half.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the 3rd quarter begins. This returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. We go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here, putting the tight end in motion. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. Here's Walker. Room to run past midfield. And he will go all the way. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, here comes Chestnut. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
7, tag. Bronco 80. 19 Lions.
Now, 1st down throw for Ward. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here's a handoff to Walker. And he will have the Seahawks 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 8 on 3rd and 4.
This defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy all game long. Comes through again there with a nice conversion to bring up 1st down.
Once again, it's Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Garner. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Walker now gets us going here in the fourth quarter. And he will score again. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. His big night continues. His third touchdown of the... Oh, look at this. It's a fake. This will be caught. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
Jason Myers to kick off.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Jim Ray DK now to return it. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. From the 39, here's a first and 10.
Here we go. Riggs. Hawk 70. Hawk Mustang 19.
From the gun, here's Ward. It's to the left side, taken in by Jefferson. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
At the 46-yard line.
18 Rattler.
Out of the gun, Ward. He'll get this complete. His man out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Check. Dragon 60. Warriors 70.
On first and 10, Ward. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Brings up second and 16.
Shotgun snap for Ward. He's got his man, Jefferson. And he'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
That's a gain of 9. Brings up third.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He's got it about the 8. And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up. Joey Sly on now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Titans are able to cut into the deficit.
Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. File that under head scratcher. Really hard to understand what was going on there. But we do know what's going on the board. 2 points for the defense.
At some point, Mike, you just have to figure out, when is the party over? I mean, just go down, live to play another snap. But in this case, he just kept going back and back and back. And as you said, the defense now gets to come off the field, scoring 2 points.
On first down, Ward. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he will score. Game on. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Tennessee. That is second touchdown tonight. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this cut. And look at this. The extra point is blocked. So even after the penalty, they're not going to rethink things. They'll stick with going for one. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Another extra point opportunity here. A little bit easier following the penalty, and the kick is good. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll drop to throw. It's complete. He's got Cup. And he will have the Seahawks first down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14. The run up the middle. It's Walker. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their 2nd. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Cup in motion. They'll run here with Walker. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here. They'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. 3rd down, they go with Walker. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Darnold to throw on 1st down. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now, how about this? It's a feat. And he's not going to get there. Very, very curious call. He could have just lined up for two and gone for it. Instead, they try this and come up empty. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Chestnut. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Ward. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway.
Let's go now.
Back to throw is Ward. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
8-yard loss on the play. It's now
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down.
Go! Cougar 19!
One last throw here for Ward. Going for it all. And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They've fought till the end, but still will come up short.
Think back to the spring, Mike. We all watched the highlights of this guy's pro day, and you always question, why do they make these quarterbacks just rear back and throw it as far as they can? How often are they really going to do that? Well, when they do, like we saw here, it is a thing of beauty. He put that big arm on display with that last pass, and it winds up going for 6.
The final act now of this football game, the extra point. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. They come away with a hard-fought victory.